But first, on point tonight, we survived the weekend. Congratulations. Armageddon didn't come. And President Biden arrived at the White House today from a weekend away without nuclear war killing us all. But the weekend only brings up more questions about the president's stunning statement and his administration's nonchalant response. Thursday night, Mr. Biden told donors at a DNC fundraiser Putin is not joking when he talks about potential use of tactical nuclear weapons. I don't think there's any such thing as the ability to easily use a tactical nuclear weapon and not end up with Armageddon. Friday, we lamented the dangers of an administration unable to articulate their Ukraine policy, or their response to Putin's use of nuclear weapons should it happen, or their casual attitude to Mr. Biden's comment that we are closer to nuclear war than any time since the Cuban Missile Crisis. That was Friday. But the weekend brought even scarier news. The administration still believes the same intelligence assessments, analysts, and agencies that got everything about Putin's invasion of Russia wrong. First, why all the president's men now say, don't worry.
We have not seen any reason to adjust our own nuclear posture.
Nor do we have any indication that Russia is preparing to imminently use nuclear weapons.
I don't see anything right now that would lead me to believe that he has made such a decision.
The last one's a little interesting since Lloyd Austin would authenticate any decision to launch America's nuclear weapons. Again, since we asked this on Friday, which is it? Are we near Armageddon or not? The president still won't clear that up, still hasn't taken questions about it, ignored them today when he arrived back at the White House. But just put that aside for a second. Quote, no reason to adjust our own nuclear posture. Quote, nor do we have any indications they're preparing to use them. I don't see anything. All quotes. They base all those statements on intelligence from the same CIA that said Vladimir Putin's army would run over Kyiv in a few days. In fact, they planned for covert military operations to support a Ukrainian insurgency. They were dead wrong about the Russian military. Zoom out. This is the same CIA who screwed up WMD in Iraq, the same CIA who missed the fall of the Berlin Wall, the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan, collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991, Afghanistan falling to the Taliban, and the Kabul strike that led to the deaths of Afghan families. To be fair, for our intelligence services, their failures are public. Their successes really are private. We know about the bin Laden raid, for example. But there are literally thousands of foiled terrorist attacks and victories against China and Russia and Iran that we don't know about. Fine, it's the way it should be. And we would be remiss at this point not to mention the CIA's Wall of Honor, 139 names of CIA officers and employees who died in the line of duty. That doesn't include, for example, CIA assets like KGB colonels and other men killed by their governments for giving America information. Again, this isn't questioning the fine work or bravery of the people in the agency, nor is this questioning their motives. But with nuclear weapons, there is no margin for error, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Inflation, gas prices, transgender bathrooms, BLM, legalizing pot, canceling student loans, the chip shortage, the supply chain issues, quite literally nothing else matters if we are on the brink of war. It's not the only thing, it's everything. Yet the administration tells us to sleep well at night because they know Mr. Putin has not moved his nukes. They have seen nothing, in their words, to change the threat assessment. Quote from our friend over at the State Department, nor do we have any indications they're preparing to use them. Right. Maybe, just maybe, the Russians don't want us to know what they're doing. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. In nuclear war, though, there aren't mulligans. There isn't shame. We're just all dead. In the intel world, they call that confirmation bias. Just ask Dick Cheney. He so badly wanted Saddam gone, he and the Bush White House believed anything confirming Iraq had weapons of mass destruction. They ignored evidence to the contrary and created a culture where those who questioned the orthodoxy got punished. The current orthodoxy says we would see if Putin moved his nukes. And since we haven't seen this, everybody is just fine. What if it isn't? That's on point tonight. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.